Hey there, We Can't Wrestle podcast listeners. If you haven't noticed, we have switched our server to Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. First of all, it's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple, and many, many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership, and it's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. So go ahead, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Highly recommended by me and everybody else here at the We Can't Wrestle podcast.
The We Can't Wrestle podcast, brought to you by WrestleNet Radio. Also brought to you by the Virtual Asylum for all your virtual meet and greet needs. For English, press 1. Para Español, primo número 2.
You're listening to the We Can't Wrestle podcast. Now it's time for our host, Nate Manson.
Hola, wrestling fans. Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to episode 130 of the We Can't Wrestle podcast. And this time around, we are playing once again the book or the box, our trivia contest of which I currently hold the championship that has no belt. But anyway, I am joined, of course.
I drew one. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, you did draw one. There is actually a belt. It's a digital belt. But I am joined, as you hear the voice there, our hostess for Book or the Box. My beautiful wife, Kendall, is here.
Hola.
And, of course, the contenders in this triple threat match as last time, my brother Aaron, the former champion.
Hey.
And a man who's just trying to catch a break at this game, Mr. Archie Mitchell is here.
What's up, everybody? Nate, two quick comments.
Yes.
One, when you said hola, you sounded like you were about to say, welcome to Sábado Gigante. on the Spanish station.
Yeah.
And two, the next time I win a Powerball for a belt, I am having a Book or the Box belt made.
Sweet.
Fantastic.
And whenever you have it, we have to ship it to Jersey. And then whenever Aaron or I have it, we can just, walk across the street or whatever.
Right. Aaron, here's your belt.
We really enjoy this game. If this is the first time you've listened, I have a WWF, or it's not this one's a WWE trivia game now. We've modernized it. We used to use the old trivia game. Now we have the new one with supposedly 750 questions in it. So that should get us through at least a few. Plus, this one will have some more.
There's some current product shit in here.
There's current product shit in here. And there is the nefarious book. The book.
Well, to Nate's credit, though, to give Nate some backup, we found out the other trivia game we were using was worth like $1 million.
Yeah.
So we don't want to ruin it. So.
I got the stupid thing for $20 at the Goodwill site, and turns out it's worth bank. That's what collecting's all about, folks.
Goodwill's going to call Nate tomorrow. You have that game we sold?
Yeah, we'd like to buy that. We'd like to buy that back for $15. Would you like to donate?
We'll give you $100 Goodwill credit if you'd like to.
Goodwill credit. I'm gonna get me a fanny pack and a sweater from the '80s, baby.
There you go. A couple of DVDs.
Yeah, a couple of DVDs. Roadhouse. All right.
There you go.
And a duct tape beanbag.
I don't believe you're getting DVDs from Goodwill. It's only VHS.
Still Roadhouse. All right.
Just can't watch
Patrick
it.
Swayze, baby. The book is the real challenge. This book is from 1999, and it has some oddball questions in it, some obscure shit. So we take the book as a challenge, and of course, we play to a score of 15, and the winner at the end of the game is the We Can't Wrestle Trivia Champion.
Le Champion.
So I think I will let should the champ go first or one of the challengers, Kendall?
Go ahead. We'll give you
Well,
the honors of going first.
Apparently, the champion's getting to go first.
All right.
I vote.
I will go first here. The book or the box? Wrestling trivia on the We Can't Wrestle podcast. I am going to choose to start. Let's christen this new box. Let's go with the box.
Let's go with the box. All right. First question. Who teamed with Vince and Shane McMahon to face D-Generation X in a handicap Hell in a Cell match at Unforgiven 2006?
The Big Show.
You are correct.
You sure it wasn't God?
On the board. I think that was... I can't remember if God was before or after that. I think God was before that.
Right.
Vince McMahon and Shane McMahon versus Shawn Michaels and God.
In the beginning, God saw Vince McMahon and deemed it was bad.
I do want to add that the questions in the box do not give multiple choice.
Okay.
So that's going to, maybe it will for me and make it hard, but I don't know about for you guys.
The greatest thing in that Vince McMahon God thing is when him and Shane go into the church.
Going to church, yep, and he starts screaming at the top of his lungs.
He starts screaming and everything, and Shane, he's like, "May God strike me down!" And Shane takes like 4 steps off to the left. It's great. It's like, oops. Aaron, how about you? You next.
Give me the book.
Ooh.
Going strong first, huh?
Go big or go home, right?
Right.
Which of the following is a fictitious team? The Enforcers, the Gladiators, oh no, the Faggots, or the Mod Squad?
It's already off.
What?
Can you repeat the questions? Can you repeat the question?
I did not read ahead before I started this.
Can you repeat that, please?
Should I change the question?
No.
I don't want to offend your folks. Okay.
You're not going to offend anybody. You're just reading a question out of a book. You didn't write the book.
I know.
Did Rush Limbaugh write this book, though?
Major
please
dittos.
Repeat it, because I'm not sure. Please repeat it.
Okay. Which of the following is a fictitious team? The Enforcers, the Gladiators, the Faggots, or the Mod Squad?
I'm gonna go Faggots.
Now wait, before you say yes or no, if it turns out that it's the Gladiators, that's pretty funny. Go ahead.
I am looking up the answer right now. You're right.
You don't need to.
It's the Faggots.
You don't need to.
Okay.
Forgot about it.
Wow.
All right, so Aaron's on the board.
I'm blushing right now.
With our amazingly bigoted book here.
Great.
Even though we can't wrestle.
I'll read
podcast.
ahead next time.
That may be the worst thing we've said bad things, but that may be the worst thing we've ever had to say on this show.
That's gonna be on YouTube.
I'll take,
this one's not getting on YouTube. I'm just saying. Sorry, Archie, didn't mean to step on you.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
All right. So, book or the box?
Box, please.
Box. Safe zone. Got it. Who faced Hulk Hogan in a street fight at WrestleMania? Oh, God. They got to put the Roman numerals on there, don't they?
It is Vince
Probably
McMahon.
19.
10. Who is Vince McMahon?
Yeah, you're right. It is.
It's 19.
Yeah, that was
19.
the only street fight he was ever in at WrestleMania.
Cool. Never mind. I didn't have to figure it out.
Yep.
It's fantastic.
And Archie said Vince McMahon, and he was correct. So we're all 3 on the board.
Yes.
Nice.
Aaron should get a bonus point for having to answer that last question.
I should give Kendall a point for having to ask.
Right?
Say it.
Right?
I had to ask it twice.
All right, I'm going to go with the book this time.
All right. Chief J. Strongbow and blank held the WWF team belt in 1972. Was it Jules Strongbow, Sonny King, Chief Billy White Wolf, or Ted Oates?
I think it was Chief Billy White Wolf.
It was Sonny King.
Oh, I did not know Sonny
Now,
King
see, I
was the
thought it was
WWF Tag Team Champion.
Yeah, I thought it was Jules Strongbow, his brother.
I know. Jules and Jay held it later in the 70s because they had a feud with Fuji and Saito. But yeah, I didn't even know Sonny King was the tag team champion in the WWF. So on me, got me on that one.
All right, Aaron.
Give me the box.
The box. What superstar entered WrestleMania 2000 as both the Intercontinental and European champion?
Kurt Angle.
Oh,
you got it.
Yeah.
The Eurocontinental champion.
The Eurocontinental champion.
Side note, he's the only guy that ever lost both his belts without getting pinned or submitted.
Benoit and Jericho, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he bitched about it for like 2 months. Every concession stand guy, backstage, parking lot attendant. It was fucking great.
I didn't even get pinned. I will take the box again.
The box again, all right.
Yep.
What diva was cousin to Hardcore and Crash Holly?
Who is the newest Hall of Fame inductee? Super Molly Holly.
Yep, that's it.
All right. Nate 1, Aaron 2, Archie 2. The champion is at a deficit right now.
You're not looking good, champ.
But I'm going to go with Le Box.
Le Box. Alrighty. Who captioned a team of 3 knights, red, black, and blue, in an elimination match against a team of 4 Hart brothers at the 1993 Survivor Series?
My man, Shawn Michaels.
Indeed it is.
All right.
See, that could have been a trick question because it was supposed to be Jerry Lawler.
It was supposed to be Jerry Lawler, but Jerry Lawler was in a little bit of hot water at the time and on trial for maybe having something to do with minors.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The box he got into wasn't in 1999. It was
No.
a little younger than that.
15 and under.
Yeah.
Also, one of the greatest
commentary
diatribes in the history of wrestling. I don't know if diatribes is the right word, but
yeah,
one of the greatest things ever. Bobby Heenan's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, Bobby Heenan's commentary on this match is a highlight reel of color commentary. He goes, what's this one's name? Bruce? Yeah.
They had 9 months, and the best you come up with was Bruce.
Yeah, 9 months to come up with a name, and the best you came up with was Bruce. Fantastic.
Oh, who's this one? The fireman? Is this the fireman?
Is this the fireman? No, he goes, is this the fireman? Oh, the volunteer fireman? Yeah. Aaron, you're next.
Let's go with the book.
All right.
Got my humor.
I don't know if this is Gagne or just...
Gagne.
Is it Gagne? Okay, so
Yes.
Greg Gagne and Jim Brunzell formed a partnership known as
The High Flyers.
Never mind, you already know.
Oh, but let's hear the rest of the teams. I hope it's the faggots. That would be great.
It's not. No, it's Masked Marbles, High Rollers, High Flyers, or Mighty Mites.
The Mighty Mites.
Yes,
The
Mighty
Mites.
Them and the Faggots had a great feud.
Yes. You know who the
Brad
Faggots...
forgot and Phil forgot.
You know who the Faggots manager was, right, Nate?
What's that?
You know who managed the Faggots, right?
Their father, Ira, wasn't it? I forgot.
No. Popular 80s wrestler Jeff Gaylord.
Oh, yes. Oh, God.
I will take the box, please.
Their finishing move was the rectum, damn near killed him.
Oh, my God. They came down to the ring to It's Raining Men.
Jesus. All right, box it is, right?
Yes.
All right. Who ended Bob Backlund's 5+ year reign as WWE champion in December 1983?
Hulk Hogan, I'll tell you something, baby. You jabroni. The Iron Sheik is the man that beat Bob Backlund for the World Heavyweight title.
It is the Iron Sheik.
Yes, it is.
Sorry,
The
I
Iron
have to do an impression.
The Iron Sheik was the transitional champion at the time between Backlund and Hogan, because back then, good guys didn't beat good guys.
Nope.
Very rarely was there even a face versus face match.
Right, maybe on a house show where nobody else saw it on TV, but
Yeah, they said. Well, they said that back in the 70s, I think it was the late 70s, they even tried. I don't know if they did it in the Garden or if they did it in Boston, but they tried Bruno versus Pedro,
And it failed miserably.
The crowd wasn't having it. The crowd didn't want to have to choose. You know,
Right.
Back then, people were conditioned that your good guys were good guys and your bad guys were bad guys, and you didn't put them up against each other. So
who's gonna boo Bruno Sammartino?
right,
You know,
or Pedro
Morales.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My dad used to actually work out with Pedro Morales at the gym here in New Jersey, called the Club at Woodbridge, and he walked in one night with his gym bag, and my dad noticed him because the gym bag said WWF on it, and my dad went up to him and went, "I don't mean to bother you, but your gym bag says WWF. My son's a big wrestling fan. Who were you?" And the guy said, "Go back and watch old tape until you find me, because that is the most disrespectful question you could
Who
ever
were
ask a
you?
wrestler." So now he took my uncle like 2 or 3 weeks later, and the guy's back there and he's working out, and my uncle starts screaming like a pure mark, "That's Pedro Morales!" And my dad's like, I knew who that was.
You know, there's a collector. I don't know if the collector's in Jersey or New York, but there's a collector that owns Pedro's WWF Championship belt, his actual belt, because Pedro pawned it.
Yep, I heard that. I've heard that before.
And there's a collector out there that actually owns it because he bought it at the pawn shop. It's legit. It was Pedro's WWF
I wonder how
Championship.
much he got for it when he
I don't
pawned it.
know. That's crazy, though, to think of that.
Right?
I will go with... Do I want to take the challenge? Yes, let's go with the book. Let's see what the book brings here.
All right. Blank are the Blackjacks. Is it Mulligan Sr. and Roberts, Rhodes and Lanza, Morton and Lanza, or Mulligan Sr. and Lanza?
It is Mulligan Sr. and Lanza.
Yep, you're right. You're absolutely right.
A.K.A. the father of Barry Windham and the uncle of Justin Hawk Bradshaw.
Yep.
The kayfabe, but that's it.
Well, yeah. But we keep it kayfabe here, Aaron. Didn't you hear the last episode when I went on my rant?
Aaron?
You're up, Aaron.
I'll do the box.
The box. All right. Brutus Beefcake earned his barber nickname when he helped Rowdy Roddy Piper shave whose head at WrestleMania 3?
Adrian Adonis.
You got it.
And it was once again Brutus Beefcake being in the fucking ring with two talented people that he should have no interaction with. Adrian Adonis and Roddy Piper, two fucking classic, fantastic people, and Brutus fucking Beefcake. Like Roddy Piper, I'm retiring, I'm leaving, and the person they're gonna try to make the next fucking dude to replace Roddy Piper and give him the rub is fucking Brutus Beefcake.
Aaron, remember when Brutus Beefcake main evented Starrcade with Hulk Hogan as the man with no name?
Well, he was the Butcher.
Yeah, but
I remember
next week
that.
he was the man with no name.
Which is a name!
Which is a name, right?
He wasn't the man with no name at Starrcade. He was the Butcher there, which was still stupid. And it's like, Nate said he wants to keep this as like an hour and a half. I can't do fucking.
Hogan.
If I start talking about Brutus Beefcake, it's gonna be like a 4-hour show.
I will take.
Just when you
Bucks.
think Aaron said everything he wants to say about Brutus Beefcake, there's
Right.
more to say.
There's
Archie's going with the box.
Yep, going with the box.
What's in the box?
So, what general manager introduced Raw Roulette to the WWE Universe in Las Vegas on October 7th, 2002?
He is another new Hall of Famer. He is Mr. Eazy-E Eric Bischoff.
That's it.
Eric Bischoff and Archie is in the lead right now with 4.
I thought Aaron had 4 also.
Aaron has 3, and I have 3.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no. Aaron does have 4 now from the last question. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm trying to job me, bitch.
I'm trying to cheat you.
You trying
Come
to
on,
cheat?
man.
I see that. Witness.
I'll go with the box.
The box. Who at Unforgiven 1999 won a 6-pack challenge for the WWE Vince McMahon vacated?
Okay, Unforgiven 99, 6-man, the vacated title. Shit. Was it The Rock?
It was not. It was Triple H.
Triple H. Damn you,
H.
Triple H.
Who Vince McMahon beat for the title anyway, thanks to Stone Cold, so it was no reason they took the belt off him in the first place.
There's a
Other than to give Arnold Schwarzenegger a little heat on that SmackDown episode.
Right.
There's a great moment on that pay-per-view because William Regal comes out and Jerry Lawler figures it out before anybody else, and he's like, "Oh my God, William Regal's in Alabama." and William Regal grabs the mic and he goes, "It's okay to love your farm animals, but you people in Alabama need to stop loving your farm animals. That's not okay." Anyway, my turn?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Book me.
All right. The Blackjacks were handled by Bob Heenan. True or false?
Yes.
It is true.
Okay.
You're like, okay.
That was
Okay,
an easy.
that's it.
That was an easy question.
At first, I thought it was a statement.
I was like, okay, yes. Then I thought there was going to be more to follow.
Yeah,
but
he
yes,
was just
Bobby
agreeing.
Heenan.
He wasn't saying true or false. He was just agreeing with you.
Okay.
Bobby Heenan managed the Blackjacks in the AWA. It was good stuff.
Now,
But the
how
real
am I supposed to
question
know that
is-
was easy.
But the real question is, I will take the box again. I'm not messing with that book.
The box.
Mm-hmm.
This a new box is very kind to Archie.
In Soviet Russia, box acts as you.
What Samoan superstar delighted fans when he'd do in-ring dances with the tag team Too Cool?
Who is former Asylum virtual guest Rikishi?
That's it.
Rikishi.
Who
The,
overuses the word oos a lot.
Yeah.
It's
He
like
sure
Hulk Hogan
does.
with brother. He
Mhm.
just says oos.
All the time. Yeah. Everybody's oos.
Everybody's oos.
Well, Oos means brother, though, right?
It does. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like Hulk Hogan with brother.
All right. I'm going with the box on this one.
All right. This is also a true or false question, so if it becomes a statement, you know. Bob Orton and his dad were never teamed.
I think that is true.
That is false.
Damn. I didn't know that
Wow.
Bob and Bob Jr. and Bob Sr. teamed up.
All
I knew-
old ass dudes team with their kid to get him up in there.
Speaking of which,
You know that?
low key one of the best stories / pairings in modern wrestling history. And when I say modern wrestling history, I mean from 2000 and from the end of WCW to now. One of the best pairings, one of the best stories ever were Randy and Bob Jr. and The Undertaker. Like that stuff, there was some great stuff in that feud.
There was.
I'm begging you, man.
I'm begging you, man. This is my boy. It's my only son, man. Don't kill him. Don't put him in the casket, man.
Nate, have you watched AEW yet from last night or no?
No, I have not.
Okay, well, the QT Marshall interview that he does, the promo he cuts, he rips Cody and Dustin apart. He literally tells them at one point in the interview, the two of you realized that you couldn't get over just by being Dusty's kid, so you slapped on face paint and became Vince McMahon's bitches.
Jesus.
Let me tell you, I was like, wow. They let him say that, and it's their company. So, and he's right, though. Neither one of them were able to get over as Dusty Rhodes' son.
Right.
You know? So.
Yeah, I think Dustin had pretty good success. But
he had potential. No. He had potential in WCW, but in WWF, he was not getting over as Dusty Rhodes' son. It just wouldn't work. So.
All right.
I will take the box.
Alrighty. Who
I thought
did...
it was my turn, wasn't it?
Oh, is it?
I don't know. Go ahead.
It is.
Go ahead.
Yes, Aaron, it's your... No, go.
It is your turn, Aaron. Aaron, you have to go. We have to keep the flow.
Yes.
Okay. I shouldn't be the person that knows what's going on. Book.
The book.
I love when this fucking book just says some racist shit or fucking something insensitive. I love it. Make it insensitive. I want to hear it.
All right. Well, is it Albano?
Albano.
All right. Albano himself was once a member of the Godfathers, the Italians, the Sicilians, or the Pizza Connection.
Oh my god.
It was the Sicilians.
You are correct.
I so wanted it to be the Pizza Connection.
That was his team with Sal Balomo. Call back to that. Yeah, it was the Sicilians.
All right, I will take the box now that it's my turn.
Okay. Who did John Cena defeat in an ambulance match in the main event of Elimination Chamber 2012?
Ooh.
Oof.
Fuck knows.
I didn't even know John Cena was in that match. I couldn't see him. Let's see. Was it Batista? Or was it Kane? I'm trying to think here. Was it Batista or Kane? Could it have been Edge? Wow, I really didn't want to miss a question, but...
Go with your gut. You got this.
Oh, well, then I'm going with Batista.
You should have went with Kane.
She tried to help you, Archie.
Yeah, Kendall's telling me to go with my first answer. It's Batista.
Nate, write that down as a possible name for this episode. You should have went with Kane.
You should have went with Kane.
What's the score?
Ah, shit, that's funny. What's that?
What's the score?
You're leading.
Nate 3. Aaron 6.
Yeah.
Archie 5.
Damn it.
We'll let Nate decide when we take a halftime for a cigarette. But all right. So whose turn? Nate's turn?
Yes.
How about after this?
We can take a break when this round is over.
All
right. Give me the book.
Give you the book, all right?
Yes. If I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose in style.
All right. 2 members of this group have included the Spoilers and Kamala, the Spoilers and Jake Roberts, Ivan Koloff and the Grapplers, or Ivan Koloff and Steve Kern.
Hold on.
I don't understand that.
That's what it says. 2 members of this group. Maybe it's because it follows up with the question before.
What group?
I don't know. It doesn't say. I'm literally reading it word for word.
Okay, I don't know.
We'll skip this one then. How about that?
Are you guys all right with me skipping this question?
Yeah, I don't understand it. I just want to hear it one more time, though.
2 members of this group.
I bet it's a follow-up from question 25, which says, blank created the Legion of Doom. That was the question. It's on the previous page. Is that it? No? Okay.
I understand what the question was, but skip it. It's okay.
Well, how about we just go with the previous question, or the second
We'll
question?
listen to that question, though.
Blank created the Legion of Doom.
No, that's too easy for him. Just
Okay.
the go question.
Hey!
Fine, I'll find another one. Jesus.
Go ahead, Nate. Answer that one. I'll let you answer that one.
I already found a new question now.
Oh, okay.
I
The
just gotta get
hostess
the
has spoken.
I've got to get the answer first. Okay. So blank is Davy Boy Smith's talented tag mate. The hot
Dynamite
dog
Kid.
Okay, you got it.
But I do want to
Wait,
hear
was
the. I do want to
The
hear
hot
the.
dog? What?
It
The
was
hot dog.
It's the Hot Dog Kid, TNT, Dynamic Kid, or the Dynamite Kid.
The hot dog kid.
The
hot dog kid.
The hot dog kid would not have made it anywhere in wrestling. He would have been a jobber.
Like the hot dog just can't win, man. Why not? He can't catch up.
What a weenie.
My wrestler has a first name. All right, Aaron, go ahead.
Go ahead, Aaron.
The hot dog kid.
The hot dog kid is relishing in his victory.
Oh.
What a wiener. All right, go ahead.
Let's keep going with this book.
Okay. Let's see. Let me find
With
one
the
that
hot
isn't.
dog kids,
Yeah.
With the hot dog's kid advanced speed, his opponents can't catch up.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Hector and blank are related. Is it Chico, Chavo, Jimmy, or Jose? I'm guessing it's actually Jaime instead of Jimmy, but I don't know.
It's so funny. But it's Chavo. But please read those names again.
Chico Guerrero.
Chico Guerrero.
What were the names again?
That was Chico, Chavo, Jimmy, and Jose.
But it's Chavo, but yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Jimmy Guerrero, Chico Guerrero. These all sound like shit Jesse Ventura would have called him if they would have went there in the 80s.
I was just going to say on the documentary, it'd be like, Jimmy Guerrero never found the success of his brothers. Mr. Mitchell, you're next.
If Fritz Von Erich were booking the Guerreros, that's who he would have brought in when the other ones left.
Yes. They would have faced Lance Von Erich.
Yes. Tonight, Lance's opponent will be Chico Guerrero.
Chico Guerrero.
Who?
He's Polynesian. Pay it no mind.
And because
Pay it no mind.
Well, he's got
And
a
because
mustache like the Guerreros.
Because until like 5 years ago, professional wrestling was super racist. He would have had the biggest sombrero you've ever seen
Without
in
a
your life
doubt.
on, too.
Without a doubt. 400-pound Samoan comes waddling down just a little to Mexico. Ay.
Comes Chico Guerrero.
Ah, shit.
What's wrong, Oos? I'm Chico. I'll take the box again. Oh, man.
Alrighty. Let's see. Who defeated John Cena in the Last Man Standing match at Backlash 2009, earning the World Heavyweight Championship a fifth time?
Why do I keep getting John Cena questions?
It's probably because this card's a John Cena card. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It doesn't say that, but I mean,
All right.
maybe.
Who defeated John Cena in a Last Man? 2009, you said?
Yes, 2009.
It was for the World Heavyweight title.
And they said he became a 5-time champion.
Right.
That helps.
Would you like me to repeat the question?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. I'm thinking Edge.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Winner. All right. Archie gets on the board, or is on the board, actually, with 6. Aaron, 6. Myself, only 4. So, there you have it. You guys want to take a break?
But Aaron's getting all the racist questions.
I'm good at them.
And he's good in them too, right? Yeah, we're good with a break.
All right, we will take a break, and when we come back, we'll finish up this game of Book or Box on the We Can't Wrestle podcast.
Hey, this is a national treasure and the real world's champion, Nick Aldis. And just when you thought that every possible wrestling podcast name in the world was taken, Nate comes in with a clinch with the We Can't Wrestle podcast. Based on Nate's unbelievable level of praise for me, I would go ahead and say that Nate sounds like a knowledgeable, smart, trustworthy human being, and his expertise should be lauded and appreciated by all of the listeners of the We Can't Wrestle podcast.
All right, wrestling fans, welcome back to the We Can't Wrestle podcast. Book or the Box. We have the box, which is a WWE trivia game, and we have the book, which is an old racist. So
Yes.
it's a great gimmick we got going here.
If this winds up on Peacock, it's going to be a 20-minute episode.
Speaking of networks, before we get back into the questions, for those of you listening to the show, if you are not aware, as of this weekend, it will be active. It will be on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. WrestleNet Radio is coming your way. We are proud to be embarking on this journey. Not only will we have live shows with your co-hosts that you normally hear on the We Can't Wrestle podcast, we are developing other shows. Aaron and Chad Austin are thinking about doing a territory show together. We're just finalizing what we're going to do for that. There may be a John Majewski show on the WrestleNet Radio that he and I are talking about. David Gold and many, many more. So stay tuned, but definitely check out the We Can't Wrestle Facebook group because I will be posting the information there for the website you can go to. And there will be an Android app, an iPhone app, an Apple app is in the works. With Apple, everything is always a pain in the ass. Everything always costs more money, and everything always takes longer with Apple. So be patient, but that will be coming as well. But very excited about WrestleNet
How do
Radio.
you like those apples? Not very much.
We need a Mike Zika show.
That would be cool. You never get to hear Mike. He's modest. Yeah. He does great work with the videos and stuff. The man's a genius. And he actually made the intro that you hear every week here on the We Can't Wrestle podcast. So, yes, that would be awesome, too, to have Mike as part of the radio station. But, again, WrestleNet Radio coming your way from us here at the We Can't Wrestle family. Very excited about this. I think it's going to change the game in wrestling podcasting. And that being said, I'm going to keep trying to defend my title here. The Hot Dog Kid. Can't get over it. All right. I'm going to go with this time around with the box.
All right. What was the name of the tag team made up of, is it Shad or Shad?
Shad.
Shad. All right, Shad and JTG.
That was Crime Time.
It was Crime Time.
Money. Yeah.
That
cool tag team. I really enjoyed them. And they were one of the last, like, I don't want to say modern product, but you know what I mean. Like, they were one of the last, like, cool gimmicks that the WWE had. And obviously Shad is a fucking hero. And
one of the greatest sketches in modern, like one of my favorite, I don't know to say greatest, I don't know, whatever. It's WWE, but one of my favorite WWE humor sketches of the modern era is at that SummerSlam. I think it's at a SummerSlam when they're in the room with William Regal and Teddy Long and Vince McMahon and
Ouch.
It's fantastic. All right, Aaron.
Regal dancing was hysterical.
Oh yeah, and he's got his little beanie hat on sideways.
Yep.
Fantastic. And then he's the last one dancing, and McMahon's just looking at him. Gold.
Good stuff. I've been doing a lot of books, so let's do box.
Alrighty. WrestleMania is the longest-running annual pay-per-view event on WWE calendar. What is the second?
Is it the Survivor Series?
It is the Survivor Series.
Good one, Aaron.
I almost said Rumble, but I wasn't a hundy. But I thought it was.
Yeah.
Right.
The first Survivor Series was in '87, and the first Rumble and SummerSlam were both in '88. Actually, I guess technically the first Rumble pay-per-view was in '89, because the first Royal Rumble was on USA Network.
There's the Survivor Series when Bobby Heenan's team, they were cutting their promo, and I think everybody was on coke. But anyway, yeah. I love. Not to get on a tangent, I'm not going to, but I was just going to say that, Nate, I always know you were always a big fan of the Royal Rumble, but I loved the Survivor Series. I thought the Survivor Series is cool. The Survivor Series is cooler than the Rumble because if you look at the pay-per-view as a whole, it encapsulates what I can't say that word. It basically shows you what was going on that entire year.
Right.
Yeah, because you're
they take all the feuds and they put them all mashed up together. I love the Survivor Series. Fun shit.
Senior Mitchell?
I will take L-Box.
L-Box. Who, just 1 year after his debut in WWE, defeated Hulk Hogan for the WWE Championship at the 1991 Survivor Series?
Can you broke up towards the ending of the question. Can you repeat that?
Absolutely. Who, just after 1 year of his debut in WWE, defeated Hulk Hogan for WWE Championship at the 1991 Survivor Series?
Okay, now I got it. Yeah, perfect. Who is The Undertaker?
It is.
Yes, it was, and that was a confusing time for young WWE fans. Undertaker wins the title, then it's taken away from him. The Tuesday in Texas deal, and then into the Royal Rumble with Ric Flair, which we've discussed that this Tuesday in Texas pay-per-view on a former episode here of the We Can't Wrestle podcast.
It was also the tumbling of Tunney. It was his mishandling of this whole situation that brought the downfall of Jack Tunney as president.
Yep. And it's also where Hulk Hogan started to reveal his true heelness because he got pissed off losing the title to Taker. He kicked out at 3 Ugly. And then at the Rumble, he eliminated Sid, even though he was already eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
And he got mad that Sid eliminated him.
Yeah,
right.
That's the point.
Yep.
All right, let me go with the book this time.
The book.
Here's some racist shit.
Risking it.
They defeated Adrian Adonis and Blank for the tag team belt. I don't know who they is, but it says they. So, Dick Murdoch, Bret Hart, Ken Patera, I don't know. Tony Atlas.
Yeah.
It was Dick Murdoch, I believe, and we're probably talking about Tony Atlas and
Rocky
Johnson.
Yeah.
So I think I did pretty good on that, having no context.
That was a really loose question.
It was.
The book was probably happy with that victory.
Well, when I started reading, I thought they was going to be who you had to figure out who they were in the answers. But no, I'm like, wait, there's a blank here. So shame on me for not reading ahead. Again.
Well, I'm glad I got it.
I'm glad you got it.
I am too.
Aaron?
Book it.
Book it. All right.
Remember the Book It program with the sticker?
Yep.
Yeah, if they had more Book It programs, I'd read more books. Like if I knew if I got a little pizza at the end of the month, because I read like 6 books, I'd be reading like a motherfucker.
Book it!
Yeah. Give me a little pizza, I'll read all the books you want.
I read Caligula. I get a large pizza.
Aaron, why did you read 27 books this month? Because I wanted pizza.
I like pizza.
All right. Bobby Eaton is known in wrestling circles as bad, beautiful, nasty, or gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
He was beautiful.
He was beautiful.
Nasty Bobby.
Nasty Bobby. Bobby Eaton, by the way, just as a side note, bell to bell, one of the greatest workers in the history of professional wrestling.
Without a doubt.
Bell to bell, yeah. I mean, you can't argue with that.
Even with the throwaway tag team he had with Steve Kearns, the Bad Attitude team, they were still actually a really good team. They just didn't have anything to grow on because WCW was putting all their eggs in the basket for NWO.
When you hear the wrestling historians talk about Eaton, obviously you dig into the Midnight Express, and he was in the Dangerous Alliance. But I think a team that doesn't get brought up enough in at least wrestling history conversations is Bobby Eaton and William Regal when they were the Blue Bloods.
The Blue Bloods, without a doubt.
They were a fantastic tag team.
Underrated. They didn't. They never gave them the tag titles, right?
Oh, they might. I'd have to go back and look. They might have had one of those reigns where they, like on Nitro, they beat Harlem Heat, and then Harlem Heat beat them the next week or something.
They lost it back like a week or so later, right?
Yeah, I'd have to go back and take a look. I'm not sure. That's a good question. That could be a trivia question.
It could. Can I Google it and give the answer and get a point? Let me go with the box again.
All right. What WWE champion had a customized Smoking Skull championship designed for him?
Who is Stone Cold Steve Austin?
You are correct.
What do you guys think about the fact that...
Hell yeah.
Hey, I want to say something here. This week proved that at this point, WWE in no way, shape, or form looks at AEW as competition at all.
Because they let Jericho show up on the...
They're letting Chris Jericho come on WWE Network and be with Stone Cold. Like, they're looking at this fucking child's play going, this isn't a threat to us. Yeah, let Jericho come on the damn show. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Imagine Vince McMahon in 1998, like, let Goldberg come on. You know, like, no way. They don't. They didn't move NXT because they're threatened by AEW. They moved NXT because they figured out
because of hockey.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. AEW is a blip. So anyway.
The USA Network basically said, look, you went to Fox with SmackDown instead of offering it to us. So now we're going to make you move NXT for hockey. And Vince went, okay.
Yeah, whatever. But anyway, when I saw that announcement, that was the first thing I thought was Vince doesn't give a shit about AEW.
The best thing that was said about it was CM Punk went and did a Q&A, and somebody asked him, what do you think about Jericho being on Austin's show? And Punk looked into the camera and went, Vince doesn't fear AEW. It doesn't even matter to him.
All right. This time, I'm going with a box.
All right. Triple H ruined what superstar's wedding with Stephanie McMahon when the game revealed he had secretly married Stephanie?
Test.
You are correct.
One of my favorite storylines.
It was... And I think the way that that they executed it was better, more better. That's not an expression. The way that they executed it was better than the way that Vince Russo wanted to execute it. Also,
oh yeah, definitely.
And they made it a spectacle. They made it. It wasn't just a throwaway thing. Say what you want about Test. I always dug Test. He wasn't necessarily the greatest worker in the world, but I liked Test. I liked him more as a heel than a babyface. But man, he got the shaft in that whole thing. Yes. Like they did not use the heat that he would have had as a babyface to work a program with Triple H. He just got a throwaway match with Triple H on Raw, and that was that. And then before you know it, he was in TNA with Albert and Trish Stratus.
Andrew Martin. I'm not saying that Andrew Martin should have been like a 6-month WWF champion or anything like that. But he should have had a pay-per-view to pay-per-view
reign.
Well,
here was the thing.
And he was over.
He fought Shane McMahon for the right to marry Stephanie, to even date her. So, okay, you fought the brother, you did all that. Now she gets stolen from you, and you're only going to have one match to even try to make do anything about it? You know,
Like, he was over in the fact that also, like, people dug him. He was talented. He was a big guy, but chicks dug him too. You know, like when he would come out, he was a big, good-looking guy. And I'm not saying he should have, like I said, not saying he should have been like a 6-month like world heavyweight champion or anything. But that should have been a title match program.
Yeah, take the title and then cut the promo saying you may have taken the woman, but I took the belt that you covered so much, or something.
Yeah,
you know?
Kendall probably listens to us have these conversations. She's like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Who are these people?
No,
Aaron,
you're
what's
good.
the
score?
I'm just screening questions right now. You're doing good.
You're not allowed to screen it. You just have to read it.
What's the score? What's the score?
I currently am sitting at 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Aaron has 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Archie has 8.
Ooh.
All right.
So we're halfway to a victory here.
I'm going to play it with the box here on this one.
Alrighty. After Edge had to vacate his half of the WWE Tag Team Championship due to injury in 2009, what gigantic superstar stepped in as Chris Jericho's partner?
Oh.
Big Show.
Yep.
You are correct.
Jericho.
Jericho, yeah.
That was a great team because that was when Jericho was doing his cocky, low key, wearing the suit thing. So now he's smug and cocky, talking shit, and he's got a giant behind him.
Right.
And yeah, that was fun stuff.
That's kind of what MJF is missing in AEW. Don't get me wrong. Wardlow looks like he's menacing, but he's like 5'11". You know what I mean? I need a guy who's like 7 foot who's going to be behind you in order for me to take you seriously.
Mm-hmm. Well, people criticize what's his name, AJ's bodyguard.
I like Omos. I think he's great.
Well, that and look how impressive he looks. I mean, AJ stands in front of him, and like not only is he shorter, but he's
wider.
Yeah, the guy's wider behind him too. Like he engulfs him. It's fantastic.
He flung Xavier Woods like 2 weeks ago, and even I went, "Oh shit!" Like it wasn't just a normal throw. It was like, "Wow!"
Right.
You know. All right. Whose turn? My turn. Oh, okay. Sticking with the box.
All right. What former WWE diva appeared in several GoDaddy commercials that aired during Super Bowls?
Who is Candice Michelle?
You got it.
I like those commercials.
Me too.
That was funny. Aaron's like, I like those commercials.
I like those commercials.
I am going with the book.
Alrighty.
The Book of Racism.
Sergeant Slaughter and Blank were a highly successful combo in the NWA.
Don Kernodle.
Oh, good. I'm glad you said that because I didn't know if it was Kernodle or.
Well, you know what?
I want to hear her pronounce it.
Yeah, you know what's funny though. There isn't a definitive pronunciation of his name because half the wrestlers would say Don Kernodle and the other half would say Don Kernoodle.
Yeah, I was like, I went to read it. I'm like, Kernoodle.
Kernodle.
Kernodle.
Just for shits and giggles, who were the other options?
Jerry Lawler. Oh my God. Jerry Lawler, Dusty Rhodes, or Lanny Poffo?
And Slaughter and Poffo.
Yeah, that would
Listen here, you pukes. Yes, me and Sergeant Slaughter. All right, Aaron, you're next.
Book.
All right. Let's see. What team has more difficulty getting around the ring? Strikeforce, the British Bulldogs, the Rock and Roll Express, or Hulk Hogan and Mr. T?
Has more difficulty getting around the ring?
Yep.
Why did I expect it to be like the biggest, fattest wrestlers that there were? Like, because they couldn't.
Yeah,
get
I
in
don't
and out of the ring?
understand this.
Yeah.
Repeat it,
I have
please.
no clarity.
Hold on.
Team has
We're gonna let Aaron pick another question, but I think the person writing the book was editorializing and saying that Hulk Hogan and Mr. T might not be the greatest wrestlers in the world.
Maybe.
Was the answer Hulk Hogan and Mr. T?
It was.
Okay, so I think the person the old racist was editorializing
but
here.
Mr. T actually wasn't that bad at WrestleMania 1 or 2 for that.
I'll stick with the book, but that question was
bad.
Okay, well, let's see. Barry Windham has tagged with younger brother Kendall.
True or false?
Yes, true.
It is true.
It's Barry Windham.
Windham.
I like Windham.
Windham is great.
I like Windham.
I like my Windham with pineapple and brown sugar seasoning.
What? How do you pronounce it?
Windham.
Oh, what's spelled Windham? So
yeah, I know.
Wait! Did they actually put wind and then a space and then ham?
No. It's just spelled with Windham.
Okay.
But it's just one word.
I like eating a ham sandwich with the fan on. That's okay. A hair blown in the breeze. Fun stuff.
I can't say the same, Aaron. I will take the box.
The box. How many men competed in the first Royal Rumble match in January 1988?
Wow. We were just talking about this. Jim Duggan won it. I believe it was, wow. I will say 20.
Good answer.
Ooh.
That is correct. 20 men in the original Royal Rumble. And as we discussed earlier, that was not a pay-per-view. It actually aired as a special on the USA Network to counteract what did not Starrcade.
Clash of Champions, I think.
It was the Bunkhouse Stampede. I believe.
All right. Eliminated Gang, didn't he?
Yep.
All
right, I'm going with the box.
The box. 1997's In Your House, Ground Zero saw masked American hero, the Patriot, challenge what anti-American WWE champion for the title?
My man, Bret the Hitman Hart.
You are correct.
Greatest heel run ever was Bret
Without a
Hart's
doubt.
1997 heel run. I've said it ad nauseum in this show. I don't have to elaborate anymore. But yes, the Patriot challenged Bret for the WWF title at Ground Zero.
You know what I always wondered from that pay-per-view to the next one? The Patriots' counterpart to battle the Harts was Big Van Vader, who was never that Patriot. You know, like he was like, I'm from America. He wasn't that guy. So, it had to just be a throw together. Like, okay, Vader isn't doing anything. Put him with Del Wicks.
Yeah, it was Vince Russo going, bro. Listen.
Bro.
All right, so let me run this down real quick just to add them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm at 9. Aaron is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In the lead, yes. Archie, though, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait. 3 and 3. No, you're at 10 also, Archie. So you're both beating me and you're tied at 10.
Yes.
All right. Well, is it my turn?
Yep.
I'll go with the box.
The box?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I had interference.
Okay.
All right. Who defeated Ric Flair in a Loser Leaves WWE match on a January 1993 episode of Raw?
Mr. Perfect.
It sure was.
Goddamn right it was. And it was a fucking masterpiece.
It really was.
Everybody did a fantastic job. And it was another callback to how awesome Bobby Heenan was.
Yep. Absolutely distressed.
My boys are fighting. It was fucking fantastic.
I will stick with the box.
And I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Say what you're going to say.
I was just going to say, I don't know if there was ever I don't know if there was ever a classier separation between a company and a wrestler and a classier exit for a wrestler than Flair leaving the WWF in 93.
I agree.
You know, it was amicable. Him and Vince were, you know, like Vince essentially said to Rick, this is what's best for you. I'm not going to hold you in your contract. It was just a show of respect by the promoter and then a show of respect by Flair the way he went out.
And Flair said that in his book, he said when he signed with Vince, like Vince was like, I don't do guarantees. And Flair was like, that's fine, but if you're ever going to use me as anything but a main eventer, I'm going to leave. And Vince said, okay. And then Vince wanted to move him down the card and have him start working with like El Matador and shit. Mm-hmm. And Flair was like, that's not what we said we were going to do. And they were just both like, okay. Yeah. And Flair did his job great.
Yeah.
On that Raw. And Vince respected him. And it's also, I was going to say, like, everything I want to say about Flair being in the WWF at that time, sometimes I say, like, Vince dropped the ball with it a little bit, and in my opinion, he did. But Ric Flair, Bobby Heenan, and Kurt Hennig was a fucking great little faction.
It was.
Fucking great.
And then they replaced Flair with Luger.
But yeah, it was no doubt fantastic.
So you said you wanted the box, right?
Yes.
Alrighty. What superstar returned to WWE at Survivor Series 2002, attacking both Matt Hardy and Christopher Nowinski? Nowinski? Sure.
Big Papa Pump is your hookup. Holla if you hear me. Scott Steiner.
You got it.
Scott Steiner. Talk about a failed WWE run.
Both of them. When he was with Rick and then by himself. They were both bad.
Yeah, Scott Steiner was just not, as much as he was pretty much Vince McMahon's type of wrestler, he was not made to be in the WWE.
Nope. Nope. I was watching worse wrestlers that came in during the whole invasion and after, and the matches he had with Triple H were just botch fests.
Yeah.
Like he was falling over out of his feet, and I was like, why was he so incoherent while he was in the WWE? Like, what drug was he on when he finally got to the WWE as Big Pop Pump? You know?
Yeah. Total failure. I'm being a failure right now, and I'm behind, so I'm going to go with the box. I don't want to risk the book right now.
I thought you were going to go out in style.
I lied. I'm a heel.
That was when he was 2 behind. He's only 1 behind now.
Okay. At the 1999 Royal Rumble, who did The Rock defeat in an I Quit match to win the WWE Championship for a second time?
Mankind.
Is that Mick Foley?
Yes.
Then yes, that's who it is.
If you'll remember, Mrs. Maxson, that was one of the matches we watched on the Wife Watches Wrestling. The match where Rock was cracking him over the head with the chair umpteen times while Mick's hands were handcuffed behind him. That's one of the matches I had you watch on the show at one point. But yes.
Now, Nate, I've always wondered, the match that took Mick out of ECW was Shane Douglas versus Cactus Jack. And they did that same thing. Shane tied his hands behind his back with handcuffs, and he bashed him in the head with a chair, and then he applied a figure 4. So I'm wondering if Mick went to the Rock and look, I got a spot. I think we can pull it off. And Rock was like, yeah, no problem. I'll hit you with a chair 87 times.
Yeah. I'll get the heat by doing nothing.
Right.
Well, yeah, he took it, but Shane was a professional. And
right.
And say what you want to say about The Rock, but at Royal Rumble, Rock wasn't.
Right, Rock really busted him open. You know,
Foley said repeatedly that he basically told Rock, hit me like 4 or 5 times, and Rock just went into a fucking business for himself and just kept going and going and going. And he's like, I'm turning my back to this guy, and he still fucking hit me in the goddamn head. it was great watching it at the time because you're like, holy shit, this is fantastic.
But then to hear it recalled back is like really horrible. You're like feeling bad for Mick. You know.
Aaron, you're next.
Book.
All right. Identify Rick's tag mate. Steve Kern, Butch Miller, Robert Gibson, or Tommy Rogers?
I'm assuming that Rick is teaming with Gibson.
You are correct.
Nice assumption.
The book is like, I'm drunk today. Who was Rick's tag team partner?
Gibson? Yeah.
The next question is, he had a great perm. Ernie Ladd? I don't know. All right, Archie.
Who's Andy's second cousin?
And finally, what's his sign?
For bonus points.
You should have picked Kane.
You should have picked Kane. You should have picked Kane.
I will take the box, of course.
Of course, okay.
You should have picked Kane. Was fine.
I should have picked Kane.
What WWE superstar lost a match to Wade Barrett at Hell in a Cell 2010, meaning he was forced to join the Nexus?
The guy who I've had questions about all night, Mr. John
you're right,
Cena.
it is. Yeah, you're right.
He then wore a mask and became Juan Cena.
Honestly, if I'd have read ahead, I would have given you that
it.
question because of the John Cena thing. Because I've given you John Cena all night.
You know, I wonder if, like, John Cena...
I'm sure he was probably Juan Cena for, like, one show.
No, it was a house
Like,
show. It wasn't even on Raw. It was a house show.
God damn it.
Aaron and Archie are tied at 11, and I have 10.
I have a question.
Yes.
Since Aaron goes before me, if Aaron gets to 15 first and I don't miss a question, do I get to answer and tie him? Or does he win because he had made 15 first?
How about if it comes to that, we have a little sudden death?
Okay. Like a lightning round?
What the fuck are you, Gorilla Monsoon?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, will you stop? All right.
I'll storm out of here, leave for like 6 months, and go make Lonesome Dove, piss everybody off.
You can't do that. I have to go make Thunder in Paradise.
There goes my meal ticket. I'm using another Gorilla Monsoon. Gorilla Monsoon always used to tell Bobby, there's your meal ticket, getting his ass whooped. He didn't say ass whooped.
Yeah.
But... All right. I think it's my turn, correct?
Yes.
The box.
CM Punk defeated his WWE Championship by beating what previously undefeated superstar in Hell in a Cell 2012?
Ryback.
Wow.
You got it.
Or as Jim Cornette calls him, Fatback.
Ryback is the Billy Jack Haynes of this era.
You're giving him too much credit. All right, Aaron, you're up.
Book.
These two men are truly fantastic. Was it Tommy Hodges and Bobby Fulton, Jimmy Hart and Bobby Foster, Tommy Rogers and Bobby Fulton, or Coco B. Ware and Rocky Johnson?
Fulton and Rogers.
I don't remember. Hold on. Tommy Rogers and Bobby Fulton.
Yes. They were the Fantastics. And they were fantastic. And Tommy Rogers, I'm sorry, Kendall didn't say I was right. I was correct.
Yes.
Yes. Bobby Fulton, I like Bobby Fulton. But Tommy Rogers was fucking great.
Rogers was the best part of that tag team.
Fucking Tommy Rogers was a goddamn fire plug. That dude could fucking work with anybody, and just
Yeah, I have to agree.
And if he would have been like a foot and a half taller, that dude would have been a bigger star than what he was.
I agree, and also like, and I don't mean to be. I don't know. I don't mean to be disrespectful to them, but the reason I can honestly say Aaron's right is I'm not a fan of the Fulton brothers as the Fantastics.
Right.
But I am a fan of Fulton and Rogers as the Fantastics.
Oh, I agree.
And that's not taking anything away from either one of the Fulton brothers. It's just, to me, yeah, Tommy was definitely the best of the best in that team.
Oh, yeah.
This might, Nate, you might be like, oh, I don't know if that makes sense. Whatever. Like, he's almost like an 80s equivalent of like a Chris Candido.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I agree
with that. This guy's so fucking good, but if he was just a fucking foot and a half taller, he'd be a fucking main eventer.
Mm-hmm. And lose that bow tie. But anyway.
Well, hey.
All right, Archie.
I will go with the boxing.
Okay. What famous WWE manager is credited with coining the phrase pencil neck geek?
Classy Freddie Blassie.
Yep.
It's my fave.
He's in my top 10.
Pencil neck geek, grit eating freak, scum sucking. What is it? Scum sucking.
Pea head with a whole
pea head with a lousy physique.
He is definitely a manager that would not work in today's product.
If these pencil necks are a dime a dozen, I'm looking for the guy supplying the dimes.
All right. You know, since I'm at a deficit anyway, I might as well go for the gusto. Let's do a book question here, just because they always wind up being fun anyway. So let's do it.
All right. Well, the Pretty Young Things were managed by Tommy Rogers, Percy Pringle, Bobby Heenan, or Coco Beware?
Percy Pringle.
Percy Pringle.
You got it.
And guess what, Mrs. Maxson?
You
know what Percy Pringle's name also was in a life after Percy Pringle?
What?
He was Paul Bearer.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was blonde and thin and effeminate.
Yeah. I was just about to say polar opposite to what Paul Bearer was.
And Kendall likes eccentric things like we do, so I'm going to tell her his full name as Percy Pringle was Percival Pringle III. Isn't that fun?
There were two of those before him.
Percival Pringle III.
There were two before him.
There were two before him.
Aaron, you're next.
When he showed his lady his penis, he said, once you pop, you just don't stop.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yes.
Anyway. I have 12 points.
You have 13. You and Archie are tied at 13. I have 12.
I'll do the book.
Shouldn't have told him. He's at 12. He's at 12.
The Masked Medics were never a grappling duo. True or false?
False.
That would be false.
Wow.
You're correct.
I
a Memphis gimmick for years.
Right. I would just like to chime in and say that if I were ever to become a professional wrestler, I wanted to be a manager, and I wanted my name to be Arthur James Westfield III.
Arthur James Westfield III?
The third, yes.
I like it.
It's always been my understanding you're supposed to pick your middle name, which my middle name is James, and the street you lived on. Mm-hmm. So that's Westfield, and then I wanted to be the third. I wanted to be a cross between Paul Heyman and remember Arliss on HBO?
Yeah.
I wanted to be like that, like a sports agent. So
I think it works, Archie, and I think we might have to change your name here on the show, give you a new gimmick.
My family would never let me go to any open houses for wrestling companies, though, so it wouldn't work. My mom was like, "No, you're too small." I'm like, "Mom, what?" I'm
going to be a manager, not a wrestler.
Right,
yeah,
right. So,
but Jimmy Hart, Mom, look at him.
Right. Look at Jimmy, Mom. No, my turn.
Yep.
Okay, I will take the box again.
All right. Who became WWE's first Grand Slam champion when he beat the British Bulldog for the European
The
Championship in
Heartbreak
September?
Kid, Shawn Michaels.
You're right. You're right.
Save
That
you a
must
little
have
bit
been
of
too
reading.
easy.
No,
All right,
I'm just a big Shawn Michaels fan. Westinghouse.
Witherspoon, whatever that last name was.
That made me think of Columbia House, where you'd get the CDs for a penny.
Yeah, I still owe him 30 cents.
Yeah,
From 1990 or 1992. Yeah.
I'm still listening to If I Had No Loot.
Tone Loc. No, not Tone Loc.
Tony Loc.
Tony. Wow, Fang.
Tony.
Tone. All right, give me the box. I want to try to get back in this. It looks like I'm going to lose my title though.
All right. What North of the Border Tag Team won the World Tag Team Championship 3 times between September 93 and March 94?
The Quebecers.
You are correct.
Ooh,
They're not the
that was a good one,
Mounties.
Nate.
They're handsome. They're brave. They're strong.
They're strong.
They're not the Mounties because they enforce the law.
The law.
They're fucking awesome.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were. And you know what? Even though at first, when it first starts, it's an odd combo, those guys and Johnny Polo fucking worked. It was
perfect.
great.
Oh, fantastic.
Perfect.
The only thing I ever hated about the Quebecers, the only thing, there is a Raw from, I think it's early 94 where they do commentary.
Mm-hmm.
And it's annoying as shit.
Oh, yeah.
Their gimmick does not work for a full hour. You know what I mean? Sitting at ringside. But man, for 5 minutes, they are great heels. Great heels. Jacques Rougeau is underrated as a heel, actually. As an annoying pissant heel. Just fantastic.
The Rougeau brothers were actually pretty damn good in their time.
And then Raymond Rougeau, when he became an announcer,
Yep.
I always loved the way he
Yokozuna.
I always loved the way he pronounced the names, like Yokozuna,
Yep.
Lex Luger.
I was never a fan of the amazing French Canadians in WCW though.
Yeah, WCW didn't know how to book Canadians. Look at the history of WCW.
Right.
They had the biggest star in wrestling with the biggest story in wrestling, and they fucked up Bret Hart. How do you do that?
They were like, hey, we got to cool them off a little bit.
Yeah. What the fuck?
You're going to sit on the sidelines for like a month. Meanwhile,
fucking idiots.
Meanwhile, Vince is on Raw going, Brett screwed Brett. And Shawn Michaels is on Raw going, I screwed Brett. And Brett's at home going, did they screw me?
I think they did.
Let's cool them off a little bit.
Yeah.
This guy's got way too much heat coming in here.
We don't like hot guys coming in here.
Yeah. All right, Aaron. Put the nail in the coffin on my title reign here.
I only have one more.
You and Archie are both at 14, and I'm at 13.
Book.
All right. The British Bulldogs had blank as their mascot.
Oh,
was it Maddie?
Maggie.
Was this easy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it Matty, Maggie, Elizabeth, or Matilda?
Matilda.
Matilda. You are correct.
Now, Nate, did you watch the Hall of Fame yet? Or no?
I watched I watched some of it. I didn't see all of it yet. I haven't seen Bischoff. I haven't seen RVD, but I did see the British Bulldogs. Yeah.
His son seemed like he was reading from a cue card.
Oh,
speaking about his father.
Everything that I have seen of this year's Hall of Fame. So, like I said, I haven't seen the whole thing yet. Everything that I've seen, I absolutely fucking hate it because none of it's genuine. None of it's genuine.
What?
None of it's genuine.
Sorry.
No, I'm gonna say it's none of it's genuine. You have the piped-in crowd noise.
Yeah.
There's no emotion. Like it all
right.
seems like it's scripted.
You're honoring your father who passed, and you're sitting. Davey was a great wrestler. Davey did things.
That's a Canadian thing, though. The Hart Boys always called their dad Stu.
No. I didn't care about him calling his dad his first name, but it sounded like he was reading a cue card of all of Bulldog's, attributes.
Oh, yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
speak
yeah.
from the damn heart. Say, my father was the greatest wrestler the WWE ever saw from England, and I loved him, and he showed me this. But no, instead you're petting your bulldog. You go, Davey knew how to come off the top rope. Okay, good, thank you.
Mhm.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Guess how far I got into the Hall of Fame.
How far?
I started watching it, and then Jerry Lawler came out, and he was like, "Welcome to the Hall of Fame." And then there was like fake crowd things, and then I turned it off, and then I watched WCW main event from '92.
Oh my God. No.
All right, Archie. If you don't
this-
get this,
He
Aaron's
wins.
Aaron's the champ. Save us from
Let's
this
go.
bragging.
I will go with the box. I've been with it all night.
Who teamed with Earthquake to form the gargantuan tag team known as the Natural Disasters?
Was it? I'm between three. Either Tsunami. No, the answer is Typhoon, aka Tugboat,
Okay. Typhoon is correct.
Uncle
aka
Fred.
the Shockmaster.
Yes. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna all right, I'll see if everybody agrees with me. Actually, the hostess, if she agrees with me. Because
Okay.
you two knuckleheads have to battle it out now. So here's what happens. I've lost my title. And bro, I've got a great booking idea.
Oh no, was it New York rules, bro?
Hey, bro. It's
Are you putting that on a poll?
It's New Jersey rules, Archie. You might win.
Oh,
There won't be any hubcaps left, but you might win.
shit.
All right, so here we go. Here's what we're going to do. If everybody's in agreement, I think that since I have officially lost my title, I have no skin in the game, I think we should eliminate the box,
Oh God.
and Kendall just asks Archie and Aaron book questions till someone gets it right. Are we all in agreement?
I
You mean until somebody gets it wrong, right?
Yes, so somebody get yes. Yeah.
Okay.
can
That's
we
what-
eliminate the book and just go from the box? I mean,
No.
no.
The box is too easy.
But the book
Well,
is
I
full
was
with
already
racism.
choosing questions from the book anyway, so it sounds like we're in agreement.
All right, go with the book.
All right, so Aaron first, and
Okay.
then Archie.
Age
Let
before
me,
beauty.
let
Wait,
me
I'm
dig
older.
up some good ones here.
And actually,
I think I'm older than you, Archie. How old are you, Archie?
I'm gonna be 40 in September.
Oh yeah, you're old as fuck.
Yeah, I'm old as fuck. Exactly.
so the beauty of this is that I just now get to sit back and listen to these guys compete. The first one to get a book question wrong is the loser. Sudden death for the trivia title. Kendall, fire away.
All right. How much did Haystack's Calhoun weigh? Was it 601 pounds, 502, 802, or 695?
601.
You are correct.
I made the joke because she said she found the most obscure question. They said, "How tall is Sky Lolo?" And the next question is, "How big was Haystack Calhoun?" That's ridiculous.
He was 727 Skylo lows.
All right, let's go.
All right. What was Frank Gotch's one-loss record?
Wait a minute. Repeat that again. I couldn't hear that.
What was Frank Gotch's one-loss record?
Win-loss
Give me
record.
my belt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it 154 and 6, 217 and 16, 307 and 26, and 97 or 3?
Can you repeat the first one again? I'm serious. I didn't hear the first one.
154 to 6.
Wow, Frank Gotch didn't actually lose that much. To my understanding, I think he only lost like 4 or 5 matches.
I can read the answers again if you want me to.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So 154 to 6, 217 to 16, 307 to 26, or 97 to 3.
Okay. Gotch was around the time when they used to wrestle every single day. Sometimes more than once a day, so this has to be a very large number. I'm going to say the second one, the 200 and...
You want to say the 217 to 16?
217 and 16, you said it was?
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
All right.
I think you should have went with Kane.
You should have went with 154 to 6.
Oh.
What was it? What was
it? It was 154 wins, 6 losses.
I hate
you, Aaron. The first one.
I hate you, Aaron.
You should have went with Kane.
Aaron has reclaimed the We Can't Wrestle trivia title. You son of a bitch.
You know what? I hate you too, Nate, because you made this. You made these rules. You should have went with the box, man.
You should have went with Kane.
I'm gonna go have a shirt made with that saying on it. You should have went with Kane.
But Aaron, congratulations on your victory.
Aaron. Congratulations.
Yeah, to a nicer guy, it couldn't have happened.
All right, Buddy Rogers.
Remember when I said I was making that belt? Nah.
he's not. Yeah, he's not getting the
clouds. I can't hear you.
He's not getting the. He's not getting the belt made now.
What did he say, Kenny?
Yeah, he's in the clouds. He can't hear you.
I can't hear you. Oh.
All right. Well, I want to thank Kendall for being our hostess and taking her time out to hang out with us cretins here on the We Can't Wrestle podcast.
Thank you for having me. Always a pleasure. It's always fun.
And Aaron, Archie, Aaron, our champion, any parting words for your adoring public?
Yeah. If you don't like the fact that I'm the champion now, I don't give a shit. I'm the best at the trivia, and Nate's win last time was a fluke, and I proved it. And he fucking completely shit the bed. Archie was a formidable opponent, but still did not come out on top. And I am the champ, and you people just need to live with it. And if you don't like it, just I don't care.
He's a heel, damn it.
Ricky Bobby over there. If you don't chew big red gum, go fuck yourself.
Fuck yourself. No, seriously, it was very fun, and I had a good time. And that first question was fantastic.
And what little brother doesn't like to beat his big brother at something? Yeah. Mr. Mitchell, any parting words?
Yes, I would like to take this moment to announce my retirement from the box or the book. Until next time we do it. Yeah, until we do the next one.
Until next time. You're going to be like Terry Funk. You need to do the Terry Funk gimmick. You need to retire every time.
Every time.
It's like I'm like Bruno now. 2 times. Nate is like the Iron Sheik. He didn't hold it very long. And Archie's
you fucking a jabroni.
I'm Barry
Archie's Bear Horowitz.
No, he's Terry Funk. He
can't get a win.
That might have been the worst thing you've ever said to me.
Aaron Maxon came down to Amarillo, Texas.
No, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Aaron. You deserve it.
No, he doesn't. And now
that book hates me.
That being said, I want to thank Aaron and Archie and, of course, Kendall for joining me. And a reminder to please,
I got my
as
belt.
you are out there in internet land, check out WrestleNet Radio, as it's going to be big things happening there in the weeks and months to come at WrestleNet Radio. Also,
big things popping, little things stopping on WrestleNet Radio.
And we would be remiss if we did not ask you. Actually, Chad Austin would come up and give me and Aaron each a blade job if we did not tell you to check out Reliving the Extreme, as we are watching ECW from week to week, from the beginning to the end, with ECW's Chad Austin. And that is going on right now as well. Check that podcast out. It is growing.
We should have 605 numbers.
That's what
that was so funny.
That was so funny. Why don't we have 605 numbers? That was
Wilbur Snyder's Subaru.
Get in and listen to Reliving the Extreme before Peacock pulls it.
Yeah. But it will be available on WrestleNet Radio, so you can listen to it there. All right, everybody. Thank you once again for joining us on the We Can't Wrestle podcast this week, and we will see you again next time around. I know Archie's on vacation next week.
Yes.
So you may just have to listen to me and Aaron gasbag about something next week. But Archie,
He's
we want to...
on vacation. He's not doing anything. He should be able to be on there.
I'm going to be in Disney World.
Got a phone.
Okay.
And we're joined by Archie Mitchell. Oh, Archie's not here right now.
Yeah, it's a small world after all. I can't hear you guys.
And he's in the bathtub.
I'm signing off. We'll see you next week on the We Can't Wrestle podcast.
Archie's on ice.
We always end this show on some bullshit.